If you were to ask whether you would like the world to be a better place, I'm sure your answer would be yes. None of us wish any harm to others and would gladly do our part to contribute to society, except, of course, the psychopathic and antisocial. A charitable person is socially conscious, generous, kind, very sensitive, and eager to make a difference in the world. They are less concerned about their not-so-important personal matters and always keep others in mind when making decisions. However, some of us seem too wrapped up in our personal affairs and then don't have the slightest time left to do a little charity, while others seem to devote all their energy and efforts to helping those in need. Watch on and find out which are the most charitable signs of the zodiac. Number 1. Pisces. Pisces is the zodiac's last sign and can see themselves reflected in everyone else, so empathy is as natural to them as breathing. These signs thrive on helping others. They never look out for their own welfare without taking other people into account. You can find these generous individuals doing charity work in hospitals, shelters, orphanages, and even prisons. They also often lead fundraisers for abandoned animals and promote environmentalist habits. They just have a lot of love to give to the world, and they will go to great lengths to share it with those who need it the most. Number 2. Cancer. Cancer is a water sign that knows very well how it feels to be vulnerable and search for comfort. That's why they tend to do charity work and help people in need of support. At first, it is difficult for them to open up, as Cancer is shy around people they don't know and tends to be more reserved. They usually look for organizations that remind them of their childhood and that are in their hometown. Number 3. Aquarius. Aquarius, like Pisces, thinks of the common good before their own. These signs direct their actions towards a fairer humanity and won't rest until the most unfortunate people find peace. Thus, it is common to find them doing charitable work, living in cooperatives, and working as a team for a common goal. This sign is not selfish and couldn't care less about surpassing others in fame or profit. They honestly seek a more balanced and just world for all. Number 4. Virgo. This earth sign is constantly looking for ways to help others and make things work better. Although they are usually swamped, they find the time to help those in need in their neighborhood. Virgos make their food, clean where they stay, and pass along a few bucks to ensure their well-being. Virgo is not overtly demonstrative with their emotions, but they are very attentive to those who need help and don't think twice about lending a hand. Number 5. Capricorn. Capricorns have often gone through tough challenges in their youth that have turned them into the firm and committed people they are today. That's why they know all too well what it feels like to be helpless and endure the storms that a lonely and vulnerable home life brings. So, they try to do charity work from time to time to avoid forgetting where they came from. This keeps them humble despite their current enormous success. Number 6. Leo. Although they have a terrible reputation for being self-centered, Leo has a huge and generous heart. These signs can sometimes get lost in their little daily dramas, but that doesn't stop them from considering the less privileged. The nice thing about Leo is that they don't plan their deeds. When they feel like giving something, they do it spontaneously, which often turns out to be very thoughtful gifts. Leo has the spirit of a child who does what they feel and does not think too much about the motives. If at that moment they feel like helping someone, they will unquestionably do it. Number 7. Libra. Libra is a friendly and outgoing sign. It often hosts charity and fundraising events, which end up being the talk of the neighborhood. They don't usually help those in need because they naturally want to, but because it's just another excuse to throw a party and show off their beautiful new outfits. Even if the motives are not the best, the goal ends up being achieved and helps many people to improve their lives. In addition, Librans have a great sense of justice, and when they find that some people are living in unfavorable conditions for no particular reason, they can't help but pitch in and lend a hand. Number 8, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is too busy enjoying thousands of adventures and basking in the blessings of life to think about people who are struggling. Since these signs are so optimistic, they forget some people are going through tough times and need help to get by. Of course, when they realize it, they give everything they have to support them, as these individuals are not stingy. They just need a little reminder from time to time to remember that some people are in a bad place. Number 9, Scorpio. Scorpios do not like to be exposed, especially with people they do not know. They prefer to remain in the dark, observing how society functions but avoiding too much involvement. Besides, most of the time, they're caught up in their own struggles and don't have a very positive view of the world, so there is not much point in trying to help. When they decide to do charity work, they do it anonymously and do their best not to be seen. Number 10, Taurus. Taurus invests too much in its luxuries and a comfortable lifestyle. They think that hard work is responsible for a good standard of living, and if we give away everything to people in need, they will never try to get back on their feet. So they spend their hard-earned money on their comfort and sharing with their loved ones. However, when a fellow friend needs assistance, they won't hesitate to lend a helping hand. Number 11, Gemini. Gemini is somewhat oblivious to suffering in the world. They spend their time learning new skills, running all sorts of errands, and meeting new people. These signs love to have fun, and when they have to face the harsh reality of some people, they don't know how to deal with it. So they prefer to skip it and occupy their minds with other things to avoid getting depressed. Number 12, Aries. Aries has an individualistic and assertive personality. These signs are constantly pursuing new goals, and the faster they can achieve them and move on to the next one, the better. So, they don't have much time to do charity work unless it is some kind of competition they are participating in. If you challenge Aries to spend the most time doing charity work, they will do it just to show off their victory.